I think the investors are largely in the closet. And what I mean by that is, yes, I think they do. And I think a lot of them do invest in Whole Foods Market.
Yes, they do what?
They do wish to feel good about where their investments are going. They also want to feel like their capital is helping improve the world and that they're making a contribution there. But they're in the closet about it in the sense that it's not yet cool, to so to speak, to admit that. That you have these fiduciary responsibilities and all these investments strictly have to be based on maximizing returns to our shareholders. It's very competitive if we don't do that and somebody else does. So they still suffer from the belief that there's this trade-off between doing good and doing well, that they're somehow or another possibly in conflict with one another. And I believe someday that it'll be more socially acceptable for investors to admit they make investments for a multiplicity of reasons. Today, you have socially responsible mutual funds that basically screen. The way that generally works is they make certain screens. They won't buy a company that is in the defense industry or has anything to do with tobacco or alcohol or something like that. But I think that's going to continue to evolve in such a way that even more mainstream investors, they'll begin to recognize that what we're doing with conscious businesses is actually a very good long-term investment strategy. For example, the 100 Best Companies to Work For, Fortune magazine publishes that once a year. And ever since they've done that, Fortune's tracked how investing in the companies that are the 100 Best Companies to Work For, how that compares to just, say, an index investment in the S&P 500. And not surprising to me, but perhaps surprising to other people, is that the 100 Best Companies to Work For portfolio has outperformed the S&P 500 by about 100%. And granted, it hasn't been over a long-term period of time. We're talking about 13 years or so. But still, if you rebalance each year, the performance is even better. So there's beginning to become significant actual financial evidence that investing in companies that try to treat their workers well, are concerned about their communities, that try to be good corporate citizens, is not just the right thing to do, but it's a smart thing to do from a financial standpoint. That those really don't involve these kind of trade-offs that are commonly believed, that you're going to sacrifice the interest of your investors if you seek to follow a higher purpose or if you are engaged in a stakeholder philosophy. I think the evidence is beginning to accumulate now that that belief in those trade-offs is simply incorrect.